There was a brief yet emotional court hearing this morning for the suspect in the Santa Fe high school shooting. Hello everyone, I'm Ron Trevino. Dimitrios Pagourtzis is accused of killing 8 fellow students and 2 teachers inside that school last May. Jason Miles is live outside the Galveston County Courthouse with the very latest now. Jason?
Hey there, Ron. Let's start with some news from the suspect's defense team. They don't think this case will even go to trial in the year 2019, maybe early 2020. Now, Dimitrios Pagourtzis appeared via video from his jail cell in the attached jail here at the courthouse complex. The suspect's father, seated on the front row of the courtroom, started weeping when he saw his son on the big projection screen. I should mention this video is file video you're looking at. A victim's mother, also in the courtroom, had to leave crying the whole way out. So as you said, very emotional. Now, this was mostly a procedural hearing this morning. It only lasted about 10 minutes. Both sides telling the judge things were on track for the most part, although they're still awaiting evidence from federal agencies during this discovery phase, as it's known. That discovery process should last another 90 days or so. That is when the next court hearing will take place. Meanwhile, Pagourtzis is waiting on a full mental health evaluation. That's according to his attorneys. They say a more likely court date, like I said, early 2020. There is also a change of venue motion that is out there. That's something the judge will take up, but first they have to get the prosecution's response to what the defense team is claiming as far as that change of venue. Their goal, the defense team that is to hold this trial in another county and not even a contiguous county to Galveston County, so that would not include Harris County or Houston. Now here today, as I mentioned, several families of the Santa Fe high school students who were killed. I spoke with the mother of one of those shooting survivors. Hear her take on this process and how soon she hopes this will go to trial coming up later. For now, we'll send it back to you, Ron.
Yeah, so many emotions and so much legal work ahead. Thank you so much, Jason Miles, live in Galveston.